far and far from the communities that we do serve, to each and every Ugandan, Lord, to all those that have and those that need, Lord, so that social cohesion can prevail. Father, we pray and believe in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you very much. Before you take your seats, if you don't mind, like we've said, CorpsAfrica, really, the goal when our founder, Liz Fanning, was putting this together, the goal was turning community development in Africa to the local change makers, Muntu wa wansi. And so it's an African thing. That's why I said we have African DJs. They're going to play us some music, but as they do that, science shows that a healthy human being needs at least 7 compliments a day. How many have you received so far this morning? Have you received any compliments this morning? Really? So they're going to play some music, and I want you to move around and at least give 3 people a compliment, okay? Tell them something nice. Don't just say, yeah, man, yeah. No, say something nice, okay? If you compliment a lady and her hair, don't ask her if it's hers. That is none of your business, okay? Hiya, DJ, let's move around. After you've complimented 3 people, you can take your seats. Natasha, you're not moving.
Gareba Uganda, ensinungi yamate n'obwoki, abantu barungi, ebyokulya, inonohe, gareba iweshewe, gareba inonohe, gareba iweshewe, gareba inonohe, gareba iweshewe. Asa, gareba inonohe, gareba iweshewe, gareba umajenyi. Mereba Uganda, a part of Africa. Kareba inonohe, Kareba Uganda, the part of Africa. Kareba inonohe, Kareba Yeswe. Mereba Rokwisha, Musima Mwashemera. Kareba Uganda, the part of Africa. CorpsAfrica, Kareba inonohe, Kareba Yeswe. Gareba inonohe, Gareba Yeswe, Gareba inonohe, Gareba Yeswe. Asa, Uganda, the part of Africa. Uganda, CorpsAfrica, Yehova Rokwiza, ubuzima mwashemera, Gareba Uganda, ensinungi, amate n'obwoki, Gareba ezo nyanja, Gareba n'emigera, Gareba abo bantu, Gareba Uganda, the part of Africa. Gareba Uganda, uhumura weza, Gareba ezo nshozi, Gareba
Thank you very much. And our pitch day has officially started. Of course, as you know, and we're going to be hearing, we are here today to fundraise for a wonderful cause. And just before I get ready to invite our country director to come and, give us opening remarks and set context for today, allow me just acknowledge all of you who are here. First of all, you're all very welcome. I think a round of applause for your neighbor. Yeah, but special shouts out to all our partners and sponsors and associates and people who we work with that have made today possible. In the house I can see H&G Advocates, the law firm. You're very, very welcome. Of course, we have our guest of honor who I shall be introducing a little later from the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. We have the NGO Forum present. NGO Forum members, are you here? NGO Forum, smile and wave. Oh, bugalo. H&G Advocates, I didn't ask you to just smile and wave. H&G, wonderful, thank you. We have partners like Regenerate Africa. Is the Regenerate Africa team here? Thank you very much. 3P Initiative. The MK Youth Initiative. It's not hard to see them. Okay, very wonderful, thank you very much. Standard Chartered Bank. Standard Chartered Bank. I know we have some representation as well. Thank you very much. We have the media houses that we're working with. One of our main sponsors being UBC, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation. Ovugalo for them. We have Youth Challenge International, Uganda. Are they here, Youth Challenge? Are you here? Thank you very much for coming. And of course, we have the local community members. Local community members, all of you. And Ovugalo for all our volunteers. And everyone else who is here. Thank you very much. Hopefully you all got a copy of the program, and there might be some slight changes here and there, but we're going to keep it sweet and straight to the point. As you can see, today we'll be showcasing some of the work that we have done in the few months that we've been here, having only started in June of last year. But the small change that we're going to have is the minister has assigned our guest of honor some duties somewhere else, and as such we are going to bring his speech a little closer. So for now, allow me first of all ask Angela Tumsire to get ready with her poem. But before I do that, I'm going to ask us to put our hands together for the country director, Mr. Raymond Mwesije Katagaya, as he comes, and to give his remarks. And then later I will burden him to come back and introduce the guest of honor. DJ, can you play something as the guest, our country director comes?
Thank you, MC. Good morning, all. We are honored to have you here, and feel free and enjoy the CorpsAfrica family, Africana Hotel, and each and excuse me, and everything. All is good. All is for you. This is CorpsAfrica. It is African. It's community-led development. Yeah, our honored guests. Sorry for that. That is technology. It is inevitable. Our honored guests, board members present, colleagues, volunteers, and friends, good morning all, and you are welcome to our first pitch day. As the MC said, it's a small baby. We started a few months ago, but then we don't allow to be called babies for life. We have to come and show the world, showcase whatever we have, expose our volunteers, our community members to see how development can be done within the shortest possible time with limited or no resources. Today marks our significant moment as we gather to reflect on our one-year journey as CorpsAfrica Uganda. As the country director, I am privileged to stand before you inspired by the collective efforts that define our organization's impact so far. A brief background of CorpsAfrica. CorpsAfrica was founded by a former Peace Corps volunteer, Liz Fanning, who was serving in Morocco in those Atlas Mountains. That was around 1993. During her service, she was approached by a young lady or a young woman, like the volunteers that you are interacting with here. She asked her, is it possible to do what you are doing? She liked it, and she wanted also to serve as a volunteer. Our founder told her, no, you cannot. This is strictly for Americans. But she was hurt. You know how someone can ask whether I can do what you do but there is no any way you can assist. After her service, she went back home. She got nice jobs. She started working, but she kept on thinking of that young woman and the rest in Morocco, not only Morocco, but the whole of Africa, who'd want to do what she was doing or to have a chance to volunteer into their own country, contribute to the development of their countries, but they cannot. She had to resign from her job, started mobilizing resources, looking for money here and there, which was not easy. But the little she got, she said, no, I have to go and do something for those young men and women in Africa. And she started with Morocco. The idea started in 2011, but the first volunteers were recruited in 2013. That was in Morocco. After Morocco, went to Malawi, Senegal, Rwanda. Now we are in almost 11 countries. That is Ethiopia, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, Gambia, Ethiopia, then Uganda. That's how far we have gone. So what do? We train young graduates or college-educated Africans. After the training, we deploy them in rural, hard-to-reach communities where they go and serve for a period of 1 year to change and improve the livelihoods of the communities, the youth, and the rest. What do? They facilitate small-scale, high-impactful projects that are identified by local people. That's why we say it's community-led development. What the community members, the youth on the ground identify as a pressing issue is what the volunteers facilitate to make sure that it turns into a big project, as some of them that were being displayed here or shown on the screens. To date, CorpsAfrica has hosted almost over 1,000 volunteers in these 11 countries I've mentioned earlier: Morocco, Senegal, Malawi, Rwanda, Ghana, Kenya, Gambia, Uganda, South Africa, Nigeria, and Ethiopia, who have completed over 10,000 plus projects, including wells, schools, roads, irrigation systems, literacy programs, livestock farms, agriculture activities, and many, many more. It's a lot that these guys do. We can not say it in 1 minute or 1 day and we finish. And what they are displaying here is less. It's one of those hundreds projects or activities each volunteer has done here. Our unique approaches of human-centered design and asset-based community development as an organization empower university graduates as volunteers after training. When we talk of human-centered design, it's all about empathy. That is one of the approaches we use, human-centered design. Empathy. You need to put on the shoe that this community member is putting on. You feel what they feel to be able to move with them on their journey of development. Than sitting here at Africana, and then you think of an idea and then you go and give it to them, be like, I've solved the problem. No, usually you need to sit with someone, converse, listen to them, feel what they feel. They tell you what they want, and then from there you'll be able to respond to the challenges, to the issues that they are going through after you have known each other, you have created that bond, the friendship, and so on. Then the asset-based community development approach. However much we deal with rural poor communities, at CorpsAfrica, we don't look at these people as poor. We believe they have some bit of assets that we can start with. One of the assets that we take through the volunteers during the training, what we call pre-service training, are human assets. Like we are in the room here, we don't know how each of us, the wealth you have, all that, but we can see that you have human assets. We start with that. Head is one of them. Someone with a head, rightful mind, you have ideas, you can think, you should be in position to come up with different ideas that eventually will turn into either income earning activities, or you can be able to create jobs. The next asset we look at is the hands. The community members, the youth, they have the hands. What are they using them for? I don't want to know other assets that you have, but let's first look at the human assets. We have the hands. You can use the hands to feed yourself, to feed your family, even if you never went to school, even if you are not employed in the ministry. Use the hands to do something. There is a construction around. Go and be a porter. Get that 5,000, 10,000 as other things are coming in. Then the other last asset of human asset is the heart, which is very important. The heart gives you passion to love something, to like something. So with those assets, you should be able to change the life you're living. Then after taking them through that, making them that at least you have human assets, what have they helped you with? That's when we look into other assets that are within the community, coming up with asset-based community. And then we also look beyond their community. Where can we find assets that can help these community members, the youth members that we have in our communities, to lead a better life like any other person in the country leads. So our volunteers engage the participation of all local people to facilitate projects that improve the resilience of communities, strengthening them so they lead higher quality lives, as you manage to watch there. So I would say after all that, the approaches and being deployed in communities, so far within these 5 months, our volunteers have achieved a lot. They have impacted directly over 2,000 community members. These include both the youth and old people, over 2,000 directly, where we have 639 or 50 men. We usually get a low turn-up of men in these community activities. A man in Uganda is still a man. And then we have more ladies, which are almost 1,000 plus. I think all of you have read the report about the national census. Women are up there, so they are into everything. So all these are being impacted, whereby they have created saving schemes. 12 million is already saved into their different communities. In total, they have already saved 12 million. This money is saved to support them to sustain whatever they are going to do and come up with any other things. They have made over 15 nursery beds of trees, but we tend so much to look at the fruit trees whereby they can easily get money directly and coffee. So these 15 nursery trees, they house over 300 trees, over 300 trees. Each volunteer and the community members, they have their nursery beds, probably, which, that is very good, as you can see there. Some have started growing, some are still making. They have made over 530 energy saving stoves to reduce on the cutting of trees and being environmental friendly. They have made small market stalls, over 30. At least each community member, as they work with, they try to make sure that is there any way they can earn an income, create jobs around them. So they have made whatever they produce, we find a way how they can even sell it to themselves without going to the third parties or having middlemen. We have trained youth in confectionery and other enterprises. They have managed to bring back handcraft both in schools and families. As you saw here, women are engaged in making mats. That is culture. We want to bring back the culture. We want to make sure that the lady, the housewife there back in the community is doing something productive. After going to the garden, can come back and do something. They sit in their groups and do their work. In schools, kids are being introduced to handcrafts, which was way back 30 years ago or 20 years ago. but we are trying to make sure where the volunteer is, work with schools around and make sure some of these things are brought back, because they bring in concentration, high concentration levels to the students, discipline and all that, instead of after school, guys meander around and all that. A lot has been done that with the few minutes and hours we have, we may not, but we'll make sure that it goes around so that you can see the good work they have done. In our pursuit of excellence, we have encountered challenges that tested our resolve and triumphs, that validated our dedication. Each milestone achieved stands a testament of the unwavering commitment of every individual here, that is the dedicated volunteers, staff, our invaluable donors, and partners, and the communities we serve. As we embrace this moment, let us reaffirm the principles that guide us. Empathy, integrity in our actions, compassion in our interactions, and innovation in our approach. They ground us as we navigate complexities and seize opportunities to make a meaningful difference in the communities in which we serve and operate. Looking forward, our vision remains steadfast to foster sustainable development, to empower communities, drive positive change, and work hand in hand with all government entities, development partners, and stakeholders. Together, we will continue to leverage our strengths, harnessing knowledge and fostering collaboration to address pressing issues and advance towards our shared goals. As I conclude, I extend my deepest gratitude to each of you for your presence today, dedication and hard work. Your contributions are instrumental in shaping a better future for all. Let us embrace the challenges ahead with courage and optimism, knowing that our collective efforts will create a lasting impact and leave a legacy of hope and progress to our communities, to our youth. Something small you can give out to these communities, to these youth members, it will make a big impact. With that, I thank you all for God and my country.
Come on, you can do better than that. Ovugalo, Ovugalo, Ovugalo for our country director. Yeah, I think he's done a good job just to paint a picture of what's been happening since June 2023 when CorpsAfrica officially opened in Uganda. Like he's mentioned, it's now over 9 different countries in Africa. And with the little time we've been here in Uganda, I think we're now across how many districts? 4, 5? And I hope you've all got a copy of this book. Does everyone have a copy of this book? Just wave this book if you have a copy. You should all have at least a copy. If you didn't get, the ushers will be happy to give you one. But in there, you're going to see some of the projects we've been able to do over this very short period of time. Actually, there's about 17 different projects of families and lives being changed, which is really the goal of CorpsAfrica, that Omuntu Wawansi, the one at the grassroots, is the one going to be empowered to, handle the challenges of Africa with African solutions. So we'll be having some of these, some of the 17, we'll have a few of them highlighted, and some of our volunteers will be coming just to share. But the goal today, remember, is fundraising. So do you have a pledge card? Ask your neighbor, do you have a pledge card? Do you need another one? Maybe one is not enough, and the zeros you are going to write can't fit. Feel free to raise your hand, and we'll ensure that you get yourself a pledge card. And in the course of our discourse today, we're not going to keep you here long, but if you feel touched, different projects will be pitched. The encouragement is for you to make a pledge towards the good work that's happening here. But without further ado, allow me invite one of our volunteers, Angela Tumsime, who's just going to give us a poem. I'm not too sure what it's about, but I'm sure it's about her experience and what we do here at CorpsAfrica. So, ovugalo for she's right here.
Abantu banyamahanga bagenda je ati bagenda
Like Raymond said, our approach is human-centered, and some of our volunteers couldn't even talk to two people before we started. Now they are here standing in front of multitudes, so this is not easy. Can you clap for her one more time?
Thank you so much. My name is Angela Tumsime, and I am a CorpsAfrica volunteer in Liantonde District, Kawula County, Kabatema villages. I'm here to present to you a poem about CorpsAfrica and catalyzing rural sustainable development through youth-led initiatives in local communities. In a village by the hills so green, a volunteer's heart and vision keen. Youth gather with spirits bright to turn their dreams into clear sight. Let's begin with what we know, we said. With CorpsAfrica's approaches of human-centered design, each step they tread. Listening deeply, understanding needs, their community's voice, their guiding seeds. Empathy maps and journeys told of struggles, hopes, and dreams so bold, designing solutions hand in hand, crafting futures from this land. In fields of hope, they saw the way. Using CorpsAfrica's approach of asset-based community development to brighten the day. Not what they lacked, but what they had. Turned every obstacle into something glad. The volunteer serves with care and grace, empowering youth and locals to find their place. Planting trees and tilling soil with every action easing toil. Community fast with hearts so pure, for every problem they found a cure. Invest in us, the youth did call. See our efforts standing tall. In our hands, the future bright, a rural land bathed in light. For in these villages, dreams take flight. Through human-centered design and community-led development's might. Together we build, together we thrive. With our volunteers, hope's alive. In CorpsAfrica, our role is profound. A brighter future all around. For God and my country.
Kauzire,
Come on, you can do better than that. Let's give it up for... Yeah, so like Raymond earlier said, even with our human-centered approach, all of our volunteers go down to the grassroots level. Our volunteers are not city queens and city kings because they don't sleep in hotels and just post on Twitter, and they really get down to the grassroots level, live, whether it's in a hut or whatever, with the community, are embraced by the community, become part of the community, and in the end, they're able to achieve the different things they're achieving. And that was some of what Angel was just sharing there in her poem. But allow me just acknowledge a few more of our partners and people present as I re-invite our country director to do us the honors of inviting our guest of honor. Let's give it up for the team from Rainforest, Uganda. Are you here? Clap for them, clap for them. We have Children AIDS Fund. Thank you so much for coming. We have representation from the City Council Authority. We have a Civic Space TV, Watoto Wasoka. Thank you so much. Tivan Consults, Youth Alliance, I see UAP, I see we have a team from MTIC also represented here. Thank you so much. To mention but a few, I'll be acknowledging the rest of you as we go along. But in the interest of time, I'm going to invite our country director to do us the honors of inviting our guest of honor to come and share his remarks. And who knows, maybe he'll also share his pledge. I don't know, we shall see from there. Hashtag no pressure. But I'll ask the band just to give us a song as our country director makes his way back.
Thank you so much, MC. Thank you all. I'm going to invite our guest of honor. I know most of us are going to be surprised once he introduces himself from which ministry he comes from, but it's because our goal is to make sure that we create jobs for our community members, our youth, and increase household incomes. So we need to know how to deal with trade, enterprises, and so on and so on. Our guest of honor, Dr. Joshua Tamba, you're welcome.
Thank you, County Director, and thank you for inviting me and my team to be here with you. Let me first recognize some of the dignitaries present, the Country Director once again, and your team, the board members, senior government officials present. I can see colleagues from Ministry of Agriculture, Trade, and others, development partners, civil society organizations, the NGO forum, community leaders, volunteers, all invited participants, media, fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Yes, very happy to be here and to associate with you, CorpsAfrica. Again, let me introduce myself, Dr. Joshua Mutambi. I'm the Commissioner of Processing and Marketing, Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. And I'm in charge of micro, small, and medium enterprises. Our mandate is to ensure that we organize any entrepreneur. We make sure that they get formalized. We facilitate them to produce their products, to make sure that they can hit the market. And as somebody responsible for marketing, is to make sure that we access the markets domestically, regionally, and internationally. And that is almost the mandate of the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, because we are to make sure that we mobilize communities to form cooperatives so that we can increase on our production and productivity. And then we make sure that you produce your products to our markets, locally and external markets. And then to industrialize the country, to make sure that you can use appropriate technologies, modern technologies, including ICT, so that we can be able to compete competitively in all the markets. So I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting us. And so far what I've seen, what I've read in your books, I think we are doing a great job towards the contribution of the development of this country. Can we give a clap? Thank you. Yes, let me also again commend CorpsAfrica for the exceptional work that you are doing. I understand you started last year, and I can see for us who have been in this field for quite a number of years, it's not easy. But looking at the faces of all the participants, I'm very happy because I can see that they have hope. Meaning that they are very busy, they are occupied, they have something to put on the market and even on the plate and in the pockets. I want to assure you, like from the side of trade, I know many people keep saying that, we produce, but we don't access the markets. Markets are open globally. Now, based on their models, I think that's where we need to continue borrowing a leaf. Because you realize that you are well endowed in your communities. When you wake up in the morning, the horizon is very broad, and you realize that around you, all the opportunities are around you. But can you be able to identify that you can make use of what is around you? Just recently, there is an innovation. Some youth also called me, and I had to go and assess what they are doing in Mbara there. They are adding value to some pineapple leaves. And then, for us, when we were growing, we used to process sisal and get threads and make ropes. So these young boys told me that they are processing pineapple leaves. And I asked them, show me the product. Similar to the product that would come from the sisal. And you can't believe. So that is an innovation. They are now looking for appropriate technologies so that we can now upscale the production. They are at the prototype level. So what I'm seeing, what you have been doing on behalf of government, we are happy because definitely you are aware of the president's mission, the initiatives that are in place. And so you are actually preparing our communities to actually see what is around us, right from underground, then what we can grow. We are now right away promoting what you could have heard. They call it circular economy. Circular economy is that there shouldn't be any waste that you have. So what you call a waste, like these colleagues of mine trying to add value to the pineapple leaves, was always a waste. But now we have to add value, get a product, then what would be a waste would be a fertilizer, would be something else, and that would be raw material for another business. So it's very important that we continue working with the youth. You are aware that, again, almost 60% of our population live in rural areas. And in rural areas, that's where we have all those opportunities. Yesterday, His Excellency launched the population census report. And again, you heard that population has increased 45.9. Almost 40% of the population is below the age of 30. That's the youth. And all those have to be engaged. We have to be fed, they have to be clothed, they have to be sheltered, they have to move. So how do you move? How do you continue surviving? How do you live sustainably so that we don't cause havoc to our environment? So whatever we do, let's have in mind that our environment is very key. And once you have that in mind, then you'll not have any waste to see that it is a waste. All that we feel that is a waste, you have drunk water, the mineral water bottle, to you is a waste, but it's a raw material for another product. So I would like to commend CorpsAfrica for your tireless efforts in whatever you are doing. I like their methodology, which includes the human-centered design and asset-based community development models. Truly, these are innovative and effective. They have helped other countries. And again, it's good they are bringing us on board as government. Because for us, we look at There used to be 3, but now we added the 4, the 4th one. We look at the business community, which includes all of you. You look at the government, you look at the academia, and you look at the media now. That's the 4th quadruple. It used to be triple helix. Because whatever you are doing, you have to involve the academia. You have to do research. If you have to improve on your product, you have to make sure that it is high value added, well packaged, nutritious. Then you need research. And that one we can't go wrong, of course, with our universal primary education, universal secondary education. Higher institutions of learning are everywhere, and they are being equipped. So let's take advantage of all of these. I know that whatever we produce, sometimes we face challenges of standard certification, but before you reach there, at least you have a product to demonstrate. So that's very good for us. Colleagues, I need to tell you that we are in the week where we are celebrating the International MSME Day. Yesterday, 27th June, was our day for celebrating the MSMEs Day, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, because whatever you are doing will ultimately reach or become a business. So UN General Assembly recognized the contribution of the micro, small, and medium enterprises, and that day was celebrated yesterday. So today, our being here is part of that. So you can see that whatever you are doing is highly recognized by the UN General Assembly. And that was yesterday. The theme of this year's SMEs Day was leveraging the power and resilience of MSMEs to accelerate sustainable development and eradicate poverty in times of multiple crises. You are aware we were faced with COVID-19 pandemic. Then other natural calamities, we have the wars now that are affecting our supply disruptions and all that. So all those multiple crises, we need to grow, we need to open our eyes, be creative and innovative so that we can survive and eradicate poverty. Yes, I'm aware that CorpsAfrica is being guided by their models of the HCD and the ABCD with the principles which he has explained very well, that is empathy. And with these models, there's no wrong ideas. Whatever you think can be interpreted, can be helpful. And that is the mother of inventions. That's what we call innovations, definitely. And then with the collaboration and inclusion. We don't want to leave anybody behind. And as I said, you know, there is no wrong idea. So don't fear to fail. Many people think of ideas, but they fear to start. They fear even to mention their ideas. Others say that once I mention it, they will take it. A number of them we have discussed, they say, I have so many ideas. Why don't you bring them out? They will steal it. Some people have money, they will quickly get to it. But by the time the person who has money comes to know what you have thought over time, you would have gone some miles if you really put it down. Because what's important is write it down so that it doesn't sink in your mind. So I want to thank you for that. And of course, I thank you, the communities, for embracing CorpsAfrica. They told me how they started and the exchanges they are having, quite a number of them. Because you see, this is the era of digitization and ICT. So it's very, very important that you can even read by yourself. You don't need to wait to ask an expert, because knowledge now is everywhere. If you know what we call it open innovation. And with open innovation, previously you need a lab. That you need to go to a lab, from the lab they test, then there you get certification, then you proceed. But with open innovation now, you can get an idea anywhere. You sit, as long as you have a space where to put it together, then you proceed. So as government, we support the collaboration and partnerships, which are all inclusive and interactive for the growth of both communities and businesses. I further like CorpsAfrica's philanthropic practices. Philanthropy plays a crucial role in community development, and its importance cannot be overstated. Of course, again, that's the issue as we are talking about the empathy, the collaboration. Whenever you are in a position to assist somebody, please do. And every day we face these challenges in our communities. Sometimes you feel that it's a pain, but if God touches your heart and you can support. This morning as I entered my office, I got a call from somebody we started together, I think in the primary level. And so he told me that his child was among the 3 that were selected, I think to join police or something. Police, you are there. And he says, I can't manage. I was once an officer. I got an accident. I broke my leg. I've been at home. I had last talked to him for many years. And I was telling him it is difficult, but what can I do? He needed some transport, some things. I said, okay. You know, one thing I learned from China, I spent some time in China. Chinese, they will tell you, you know, for us, from our British practices and the Americans will tell you straight, I have no money. But Chinese will tell you, I have some money, but it's not enough. Okay? So I told the gentleman, you know what, I have small money, but we can share. And so I said, let me send you some 80,000. The guy praised God. So to him, that was a lot of money. And for me, I was just saying, okay, let me share with you this what I have so that the fellow can get on a bus and reach where he's going. So, yes, I didn't have money, but what I had was not enough, but I could share with him. And believe me, you do that, before you get to know, they are calling you to address a gathering like this. And you feel that passion that you have helped somebody. And tomorrow, the word I told him is, who knows, tomorrow he may be a useful citizen to the country. And that's what I want. So when I see all of us, because I've been through what they are going through, we know what transformation has done to our communities. Sometimes you go back, and when they tell you, you really feel like crying. Because the people you found when they were there down, now you find them very well, you know, others exporting, and you feel happy. So that is the philanthropic practices that I am seeing here. And definitely it fosters a sense of solidarity and shared responsibility, encouraging those with resources to support initiatives that benefit the greater good. And by supporting philanthropic efforts, we can ensure that more communities have the opportunity to thrive and reach their full potential. So what am I saying again? Okay, it's because before, again, people used to be very mean with their knowledge sharing. Okay? You remember when we were studying, whoever gets a book, he will pick that book. He doesn't want to share with colleagues because he wants to be the first in class. But remember these days now, we have changed the curriculum, school curriculum. We are not bothered about the A's you'll get, the B's, whatnot. What we want is have you gained knowledge that will make you be productive, be innovative, and go through. Because knowledge now you can get it anywhere with all the technologies that we have. Okay? So, but let's be together. We need to share our ideas. And that's how we shall be able to compete. I tell you, those countries that have advanced so much, when it comes to businesses, they come together. And they call them clusters. If you are in any of your businesses, I was seeing those in different businesses, nursery trees. I mean, you will not grow a nursery tree unless you have somebody who is going to buy to plant the trees. You will not make charcoal briquettes unless somebody is going to buy them. So anybody around you is as useful as you yourself. You need each other. So you need to continue working together. Therefore, in conclusion, I call upon everyone here today to support the projects under CorpsAfrica and learn some of their methods in communities development and entrepreneurship development. Your contributions, whether big or small, can make a significant difference in the lives of many. Together we can create a bigger future for our communities and our nation. I want to thank you once again for organizing this event. I'm going to miss the pitch that some of you are going to provide, which I would have loved really to listen in as somebody who specialized in innovations and industrial development. I would have loved to really follow how you have helped our youth. But my colleague will remain behind, so I will interact with you again. So I look forward to seeing the continued success and growth of CorpsAfrica initiatives. And I say this for God and my country. Thank you very much.
Obrigado for guest of honor. Dr. Joshua, thank you so much. Like he informed you, the minister has assigned him and he'll be leaving shortly. But perhaps if I can indulge him just to at least stay for one pitch. Our pitches are only 5 to 6 minutes long, and I'm going to expedite our program very quickly and at least invite our first pitch from Saku Godfrey. I think this is a team that has been doing bar soap. They'll tell you more about themselves. So Saku, over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sakui Geoffrey. I am a development practitioner. I am a social worker, and I am a volunteer serving in PG District, Buwama Town Council in Buwere Village. Standing with me is my colleague, Irene Nava. Irene is a vibrant leader of Buwere Women Entrepreneurs Association. She's very lovely, she's innovative, as you'll get to hear from her. In a couple of minutes, Irene and I are going to present to you a very transformative initiative, a game changer for rural economies, something that is changing and transforming and has the hope of changing the lives of people in the rural areas. And this is a bar soap making project led by a group of resilient young mothers and women in Buwere Village. Friends, in a community where limited access to land for commercial agriculture has left many economically wanting and vulnerable, with majority households unable to access the basic necessities of life, including health care, they cannot support their kids in schools, and they cannot afford good meals for their children in homes. These women have found opportunity in adversity. With all options exhausted and agriculture hitting a dead end, especially because they are mostly land squatters, they have ventured into manufacturing, into production, not just of a normal commodity, but a commodity whose demand experiences exponential growth every now and then. A commodity that you and I cannot do away with. A commodity that will have market from generations to centuries and to millennials, if that word exists. These women are producing excellent laundry soap. They are producing soap, and they have mastered the chemistry, the science, and the art of soap making. If there is anything that they have mastered from our local school in Buwere, that is the chemistry. They understand the chemistry of mixing different chemicals that are readily available at their disposure to make excellent laundry soap that everyone else is commending, that everyone else is recommending for use. To date, they are producing over 100 kilograms every week, and this is guaranteeing them a profit margin of 200,000 Uganda shillings every week. But they have dreams, and their dreams are achievable. They want to scale up to now produce over 4,000 kilograms of soap every month. And this is projected to earn them a margin of 6 million Uganda shillings in profits alone. I said 6 million in a rural economy, in an economy that before could not earn more than 100,000 Uganda shillings in manufacturing alone. But this is not possible without you, without me, without our contribution to their efforts. Investing in this project does not only mean that you are helping to solve an economic need, but you are contributing and investing in a future of families, in a future of children in a rural community, in a future of young mothers who had been left hopeless, and you are giving them hope. You are giving them a platform for skill development, and you are contributing to community cohesion in the rural community. I think you need to hear from the horse's mouth. You need to hear from the chief production chemist of Ruwere Women's Soap Entrepreneurs, Irene Nava.
Wow. Neyanziza nnyo musomesa wange omulungi. Nsanyuse nnyo balaba mwenna era ndi wasanyu nnyo. Byonna byayogedde birungi era tubikola. Twafuna obukugu mu kukola sabbuuni oyo ow'emiti. Tutuusa ku bantu baffe abawansi sabbuuni okuva ku 5 buli omu ssente gy'alina asobola okufuna ku sabbuuni waffe ate nga tumutundira ku bbeeyi ya layisi okusinga oli abadde katale. Kaakati okugatta ku ekyo abantu baffe bonna bakugu kati ne bwe siri olwaliro bagenda kutabula sabbuuni. Kitegeeza ne bwe mba siriiyo oba ono nga taliiyo omulimu gwaffe gusigala gutambula. Era tufunyeemukko ku magoba ne tufuna ekifo ne tutandisa okuzimba ekizimbe kyaffe ekiri ku Operate. Obulungi bwa sabbuuni waffe bwenzudde ku sabbuuni abadde katale nti sabbuuni waffe ekisookera ddala atuyambako okuyingiza ku ssente ate akekkereza ne mu nsaasaanya ey'essente. Agumya engoye ate oli sabbuuni omulala twali tumwozesa engoye ziyulika. Naye ono waffe agumya engoye. Kitegeeza mmwe abali eno. Kitegeeza nti abali eno ne mba mufisiza engoye zammwe ze mwagala okuweereza omuntu owa wansi mu kyalo omuwa olugoye nga lukyali lulamu. Kitegeeza nga aswalayo dwambalamu omwaka omulamba omulala. Tweyanziza. Kaakati ekirala abaana ekibiina kyaffe kirimu abavubuka abakadde then n'emyaka gino egyange egy'abakulu si bavubuka ate si bakadde. Kitegeeza tuyamba abakadde bali ne tukola nabo bana abavubuka bajja tuyambako singa naffe tukaddiye tugenda sigala nga tufuna ssente okuva ku muvubuka paka nga batukululira kaliba. Yes. Kampala yaffe ekyalo kyaffe Buwere kyekyalo ndowooza ekyasinga okuba ekibi kubanga ye wali akataala ke bayita akatadooba. Akataala kano ke basaamu oluwuzi n'okumako akabiriti n'amafuta aga parafiini. Naye singa tunaatambuza kampuni yaffe eyo ebiseera ebisinga pulezidenti abadde ajja eyo nga bamugamba akalulu nga bamugamba twagala amasannyalaze naye nga kampani esinga omukulu ey'Obuwere Kumba Walagi. Naye nga ffe tunaakola kampani eya sabbuuni n'egenda ku mutindo gw'ensi yonna tujja kusobola okusaba amasannyalaze era gajja tuweebwa kuba twetaaga ebyuma ebigakozesa n'ate biri ebyawalagira bikozesa amasannyalaze. Tusuubira okuyamba singa kampani yaffe yeeba ekuze egenda kubeera ettaala lya Buwere kubanga ejja kubanga emulisa eyogerwako buli ayagala omulagirira gy'alaga obuuza nti bw'otuuka ku kampani eya Buweko kyamiraawo ogende. Kitegeeza egenda kubeera nga y'endagiriro y'abantu bonna okulaba gye balaga. Tuweddeyo kale neeyanziza nnyo neeyanzeege.
So friends, with your contribution, we shall be able to purchase soap mixers, soap molds, obtain a trademark, and as well obtain nice packaging materials that will enable our soap move across borders and even to this hall next year. Thank you so much.
Oh, Bugalo. This is wonderful. Can you also clap for the chief production chemist? Our guest of honor, I think you are seeing this but not joking. I'm going to just invite one more pitch perhaps, and these ones are doing a briquette project. Like I've said, they're very short pitches. So very quickly, Ashraf Kakaireng, if you can make your way here and just share. But looks like our guest of honor might have to leave. I don't want to keep him against the orders from above. So since he has left us with good hands, I think let's just clap and allow our guest of honor to make his leave. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, now that our guest of honor has left, all of you have become official guests of honor. So you are all very, very welcome. Clap for the guest of honor next to you. And in your capacity as guest of honor, we shall carry on with our program. So this team, Ashraf's team, is here to tell us about briquettes. And again, even as you make your pledges, you can make a pledge towards a specific project maybe that has caught your attention, or you can just make a general pledge towards the cause of CorpsAfrica. So for now, Ashraf, all the best.
Wow, thank you for the opportunity. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Standing before you is Kakere Ashraf. I'm an agricultural scientist who is serving as a CorpsAfrica volunteer in Makindu Village, Buikwe District. Besides me is my co-presenter as well as a direct participant. She's called Mrs. Sebaduka Joyce. I'm so happy to be with her. Together, we are going to deliver to you this wonderful project, this life-changing project, which is called the Smart Kitchen Briquette Making Project, Smart Kitchen. In my early days in Makindu Village, upon my deployment, of course, I had to embark on my journey of bonding with the community. In the due process, I had to start my integration activities. In this process, I was doing one-on-ones, interacting with community members at household level. I found a lady in the name of Christine. Christine is a mother of 5. In that situation, Christine had a sick child. And the rest of the children were crying because they were hungry and they needed food to eat. Lucky enough, Christine had some food in the house. She had beans and cassava flour. The unfortunate bit of it was that Christine couldn't make a meal out of this food because she lacked firewood to prepare the food. So she was in a dilemma, thinking about leaving behind the sick child to go out and look for firewood. Yet the sick child needed attention and everyone at home was hungry. So as a volunteer, of course, I felt touched, I empathized because of the situation that she was in. Certainly, very many women in the community face such similar challenges and even more. They lack food, they lack access to medical attention, they lack scholastic materials for the kids. In fact, they are just languishing, if I'm to say. However, as a development facilitator in the community, through the several community meetings that we held, a group of dedicated and passionate women agreed to start a briquette making project. This project produces and sells briquettes. So it has played a crucial role by availing us with renewable and sustainable forms of energy. Not only that, but this project is addressing climate change by reducing pressure on the number of trees that are being cut for firewood and charcoal. Not only that, But this project also empowers women. We are in an era of promoting gender equality, addressing gender disparities and stereotypes. So this project is community-led, is led by women, so women take decisions at each and every step of it. Then lastly, this project is directed towards poverty reduction. This project earns extra income to the direct participants so they can be able to purchase food, purchase like medical attention to take care of their children. Let me give a chance to my other participant to tell us more. Thank you.
Neyanza omukisa guno gumpeereddwa amannya nze Sebaduka Joyce nga ndi member mu Smart Kitchen Development Group. Group yaffe ekola amanda. Amanda gano malungi, tegaba na mukka ate tegaddugaza ngalo. Amanda tugakola mu bisasiro ebitwetoolodde. Ffe tuli balimi, tulina ebikongoliro bingi nnyo ebisigala mu nnimiro. Tubikuŋŋaanya ne tukola amanda. Naye amanda gakooya kubanga tukozesa mikono buli kimu tulwana nakyo. Ebisasiro tubyokyanga bwe bookya gano amanda amakadde ge twabeeranga nago. Ne tumaliriza ne tusekula okufunamu pawuda. Ne tumaliriza ne tutabula n'engalo. Bwe tumaliriza ne tuteeka mu bukebe ne tukoona ne tufuna eryanda erifumba. Tuli ba mukisa nti ebibira baabigaana okutemebwa. Amanda teri. Amanda agaffe kati ge gafumba. Era twasobola okutunda ne tugulayo ekyuma kye tunyola. Nabadde nsabye obufaananyi bwaffe babutulage naye ndowooza tebusobose. Kaakati nyimiridde wano ku lwa Smart Kitchen Development Group nga tusaba okutuyambako tufune ebyuma ebyo sibimanyi mu Luganda nnyo. Ekimu bakiyita mixer ekisobola okutabula, ne tubeerayo ne carbonizer kye tusobola okuŋŋaanya kasasiro yenna ne tumuteekamu ne tumuvumbika. Ne tufunamu crusher. Bwe tumala okufuna crusher eyo ejja kusa ebyo byonna tulyoke tufunemu n'ekifulumya stick maker. Bwe tunaaba tufunye ebintu ebyo tusobola okukola tons 2 buli wiiki, nga buli wiiki tusobola okuyingiza million 2. Tusobola okukyusa obulamu bw'abakyala abali wansi, ba single mothers, bannamwandu. Smart Kitchen, Smart Women, Smart Homes.
Okay. Thank you so much. We all welcome your support. Thank you.
Come on, let's give it up for the Smart Kitchen team, briquettes. You know, public speaking is the #1 fear in the world. I don't know if you know that. So it's not easy. The fear of public speaking is called glossophobia. And some people are more afraid of death, of public speaking than death, meaning they would rather die than speak in front of an audience like this. So clap for these people. I think they're really doing an amazing job. And so it goes to show that, you know, CorpsAfrica, it's not just about what we're doing at the grassroots level, but this humanistic approach, I mean, public speaking and all of that, simply amazing. I'm going to invite one more pitch before we just take a small interlude there. And this one is all about honey. Tell your neighbor, honey. Hey, no, I'm not saying you call your neighbor honey. I'm saying, yeah. So Alex Nwamanya, if you can come and just share with us what you guys are doing in relation to honey. Alex, he's right here.
morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm called Nwamanya Alex. I'm a graduate with business administration, specializing in management. Besides me is one of my community member who is called Manzi Abias. After getting an opportunity to work with CorpsAfrica as a volunteer, I was posted in Rushechera, Ndorwa East, Kabale district. After reaching there, I started our approach, which is one-on-one integration, mobilizing youth, one-on-one. From there, I organized the meeting. Specifically, it was all to discuss about the challenges and opportunities we have in our communities as a youth. One of the challenges we shared, it was unemployment. So we looked at several ways how we can address the challenge of unemployment among the youth. And of the project we shared about, one of the project, it was beekeeping project, which can help us to address this challenge in our community. And luckily enough, 35 members managed to come on the board. So they agreed to start beekeeping project because this is a project with the little income they had, it was easy to start. Another thing, this is a project where they can use readily available resources to start the project. So it was not hard at all. And luckily enough, it is eco-friendly, which does not have any effect with the community. So from there, we started our activity. And luckily enough, recently we harvested 100 kilograms from the beehives we had. And we managed to get 1,500,000. And this is an indicator. This is an indicator that we are in the line of addressing the problem of unemployment. So we have 35 participants, but with this project, once it is financed, we shall target at least employment of like 2,000 youth in the community. Because once the project is financed, we shall expand, which will cater for the many youth. And luckily enough, with this honey, this is a product which I can say it is healthy. You can use honey instead of sugar, and it can help people with diabetes. And this honey, it has a market which is readily available both in our communities because of the fact, one of the factors in Kabare, it has market in our district and the country at large. And once we get finances, we are planning to have a license where we shall export this bee out of the country. And I'm going to ask my community members to tell you one of the strategic plan about sustainability of the project. Once it's financed, when you count 5 years more, you find the project running.
Webare ahabwa umugishogwe. Amazina ni Abias Manzi kandi nkachia person w'ekibina ekyo. Itwenke ekibina kitu ninga shigurupu tukataho engendererwa ziri kugira ngo ekibina kitu cyagumizamu ni kibaho cyahangara. Ekyo kubanza tukarugisteringa ekibina kitagomborra twachandikisa na district kugira ngo ekibina kitu government ekyiraretemu nitwe tukiganyigwemu as a group. Ekya kabiri itwe tukika buri Sunday buri gwa mukaga shayibiri kureba ekibina kitu nikigenda kita kine mu buzibuki kujya turauke kubwihamu. Zene cya kashatu itwe buri member wena na leta 15 buri kwezi kugira ngo twayongera kutereza ekibina kitu narish project yitu eyenjoki kujya twagenda je. Zene kindi twa registeringire eki twa openingire account mu banka ayi argument saving akasete kitu. If you support us, we will be the best supplier in the whole country.
So, as I've already, you have heard about the sustainability plan. So once this project is financed, as you have heard, when at least before leaving this room, if we raise like at least $5,000, we shall increase from 100 beehives we have to 500 beehives, which means currently we are getting like kilograms, 500 kilograms. Once our project is financed with the manner I've told you, it means we shall be producing 2,500 kilograms in a season, with a season. So which means annually we shall be capable to produce 5,000. And which you can, if you calculate, this means we shall be capable of getting 5 million annually. And this is not common with the local communities we have. But I want to assure you, financiers, at least we work on that to increase on the value addition, which will help gross domestic product of our country. And after you finance a project, we shall also make we shall also employ more and more people. And again, we shall also help to make our country, everyone to be proud of it. Because once we secure youth, take part, I'm assuring you we shall be proud of our country. So before the end of the day, I will be glad to see your support for this project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Noamanya has given you an expectation. He said a minimum of $5,000. So please, if you are planning to write small monies, maybe you need to call back at the office and say what is on the ground is very hot, and ask for approval to give a bigger pledge. In the meantime, I hope you all have your pledge cards. And I must say this is very impressive, yeah? And thank you so much to the different people who have pitched so far. We'll have about 3 or 4 more before we bring this to a wrap. And please be advised, we have lunch for all of us, so don't be in a rush to leave. But right now, I want us to turn to the screens just for a short video. And like I said, if you've already written your pledge, you can just raise your hand up. Our ushers will be happy to pick them. I would like to start announcing some contributions and some pledges towards any one of these that we've already, whether it's honey or it's the briquettes or it is the soap which doesn't tear clothes, whichever you choose, feel free. Or if you just want to make a pledge to the general pool of CorpsAfrica, we'll be glad to hear from you. So once you're done, just raise your pledge card, someone will pick it and would like to. But let's watch this video, and after that, our DJs. All right, I'll let the tech guys just work on that. Or otherwise I shall speak over the video, I don't know. But we'll let them sell it out as our African DJs pick it up from there and just give us a small entertainment interlude. Thank you.
Ebigambo binsemerire nalyanda samba samba tugende mawe binsemerire nalyanda yibojo gambira osamawe binsemerire nalyanda olinga empunda etsala omwina mawe binsemerire nalyanda ya nalyanda mawe binsemerire nalyanda ya nalyanda binsemerire nalyanda yisamba samba tugende mawe binsemerire nalyanda owengaro temporize mawe binsemerire nalyanda wengo mogambiro tama misemerire nalyana ya nalyana bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende ma bisemerire naliana ibojo gambiro samba bisemerire naliana ya naliana bisemerire naliana ibojo gambiro samba bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende ma bisemerire naliana ya naliana bisemerire naliana ibojo gambiro samba bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende ma bisemerire naliana ya naliana bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende ma bisemerire naliana ibojo gambiro samba bisemerire naliana ya naliana bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende ma bisemerire naliana ibojo gambiro samba bisemerire naliana ya naliana bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende ma bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende ma bisemerire naliana ibojo gambiro samba isamba samba tugende ma bisemerire naliana ya naliana bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende ma bisemerire naliana ibojo gambiro samba bisemerire naliana ya naliana bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende bisemerire naliana isamba samba tugende ma bisemerire ya naliana isamba samba tugende daimanda wewe daimanda gambiro taka daimanda wewe mukoma timpolize ka daimanda wewe daimanda ka daimanda wewe daimanda gambiro taka daimanda wewe mukoma gambiro taka daimanda wewe daimanda wewe daimanda ka daimanda wewe daimanda gambiro taka daimanda wewe mukoma timpolize ka daimanda wewe samba samba tugende ka daimanda wewe daimanda ka daimanda wewe daimanda ka daimanda wewe daimanda gambiro ka daimanda wewe mukoro tempolize ka daimanda wewe samba samba tugende ka daimanda wewe daimanda ka daimanda wewe daimanda gambiro ka daimanda wewe mukoro gambiro ka daimanda wewe liyepone saro mwindo ka daimanda wewe daimanda wewe daimanda gambiro ka daimanda wewe daimanda ka daimanda wewe daimanda gambiro ka daimanda wewe kamba samba tugende ka daimanda wewe daimanda wewe daimanda gambiro ka daimanda wewe daimanda ka daimanda wewe liyepone saro mwindo ka daimanda wewe daimanda wewe daimanda gambiro daimanda wewe daimanda gambiro ka wewe samba samba tugende ka narira kakongolo moto 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 garika narira kakongolo moto samba samba tugende dora yaiwe dora yaiwe wire tobuka kire dora yaiwe dora yaiwe samba samba tugende dora yaiwe dora yaiwe samba samba tugende mkago yaiwe dora yaiwe wire tobuka kire dora yaiwe dora samba tugende dora yeyiwe dora yeyiwe obwire tobukakire dora yeyiwe dora yeyiwe samba tugende mbago yeyiwe dora yeyiwe kale kota sigamboreka yeyiwe kale kota sigamboreka rekale kota sigamboreka yeyiwe kale kota sigamboreka yeyiwe sigamboreka yeyiwe kota sigamboreka rekale kota sigamboreka rekale kota sigamboreka yeyiwe rekale kota sigamboreka rekale kota sigamboreka rekale kota sigamboreka yeyiwe rekale kota sigamboreka rekale kota sigamboreka yeyiwe kota sigamboreka yeyiwe kota sigamboreka yeyiwe
Ovugalo for our traditional team. I think they're doing a wonderful job. I think they're called Afri Arts. Let's clap for them one more time. All right, so we're going to carry on. Like I said, we have just a few more pictures and a team doing a project on horticulture. Let's invite Maria Chiza to come and do her presentation. And I'll allow, should there be any question, maybe you need some clarity when they are done, maybe I should allow room for one or two reactions if there are any. Otherwise, all these people are present to tell you more about their pitches. Maria.
Thank you so much. Good morning, our esteemed guests. My name is Nalukwago Kiza Mary. I am a social scientist by profession, and I have 3 years experience in the field. I am currently serving as a CorpsAfrica volunteer in Bulele Village, Buyikwe District, here in Uganda. With me here today is Mr. Mwanje Abdulaziz, a community member, and on behalf of our Tukolele Wamo group, community members back home in Bulele, we are going to present to you and pitch our project, Horticulture. Why horticulture and how did it come about? Well, about 7 months ago, I embarked on a journey to serve as a community-led development facilitator in this village. And during our interactions, our integration, we had several community meetings channeled towards identifying the most pressing challenges and the assets and how we can build on the assets that we have to solve these challenges. Well, the communities identified the challenges being low household income levels. They identified monoculture and unemployment as the challenges they had. They identified land as an asset they have, and they identified the knowledge they have on agriculture as an asset. So from there we built up a project or an initiative that they named Horticulture. They wanted to diversify from the beans, the maize, and the sweet potatoes they have been subsistently growing to actually something that brings in more cash, more money compared to that. And using our weekly savings and some push from CorpsAfrica, we managed to implement green pepper, a watermelon, and tomatoes on an acre each. Currently, we are at a fruiting stage, and colleagues, I can tell you that we have started harvesting some of these products. We have harvested a ply of tomatoes as our first harvest, and we are seeing the light. Community members are very excited and are looking at, anticipating an income of about 7 million from this initiative as a group. So they are having a goal of extending and enlarging this project to 7 more acres, to have at least 10 acres. There are 38 in numbers. We have 10 gentlemen, we have 12 youths, and the rest are ladies. So if you support, we actually calling upon you to support us to acquire more 7 acres of land. We are renting this land. It is not ours. We rent it at 300,000 each acre a year. And we are looking for more 7 acres. We have been having the challenges of climate change, and bringing this up to yield, we have used our energies to water these plants to this level. We are not going to be able to sustain this with more 7 acres. Therefore, we need a water pump and pipe to irrigate this. Friends, supporting this project will not only mean that you're implementing it, but it will mean that you are going to support 38 households to have access to a decent meal, to have access to quality health care, to have access to education, and have a peace of mind. Decency is something that is great. If a man has decency in their house because they can provide for their house, it is a peace of mind. We want to end economic independence, to actually come up with economic dependence. Sorry, we want to end economic dependence and come up with economic independence with our community members. We don't want to have this attitude of begging all the time. Community members back home are used to begging. We are expecting you to give us. We want them to be contented with that, what they have, and build upon it to have something of their own. Let me have my colleague here contribute on the sustainability of their project.
Yombara msizawa sawa ne banyabo. Amanya Mwanja Abdulaziz okuva Bulere Biko district. Project jayogeddeko eno yatusanga tugirina mu nteekateeka ey'okulima ebirime ebyogeddwako wammanga. Era twasangibwa nga tugirima, twagiteeka mu nteekateeka, tunaatera okukungula. CorpsAfrica yajja netugusiza ekintu nga bwe twali tukyagala. Ffe tetwali bwe tuti, gye tulaga tulabayo, gye tulese tulengera bulengezi, kati tugenda mu maaso. Kye tusaba tuli bumu era tukolera wamu, ng'erinnya lyaffe tukolere wamu gurupu. Tutuula ne tusevinga, ne tukwata akasente okusobola okugula eddagala, okufuuyira ebirime byaffe. Twawandiisa ekibiina ne tufuna certificate, era tuli baddembe okugoberera oba okwetaba mu puroguramu ezireetebwa gavumenti oba ebitongole byonna. Tekyali atukuba ku mukono. Tulina enteekateeka oba ekirooto okugulawo akatale mu kitundu kyaffe okusobola okutunda ebirime byaffe ku bbeeyi eya waggulu. Tutuula buli ku Sande ne tutunuulira ekibiina kyaffe kitambula kitya era waawagaanye ne tusala entotto okukyongera mu maaso. Tusaba abali wano mutukwatireko okusobola okuggusa ekiruubirirwa kyaffe okulaba nga twekulaakulanya. Basebo ne bannyabo, mbadde nsaba tuve wano nga mutukwatiddeko ku nsonga yaffe eno. CorpsAfrica nze njeebaliza ddala kubanga saali bwe nti weeyanzija wala era wentuusizza wala era nkyagenda mu maaso. CorpsAfrica ebeewo. Ebyo ebyange basebo ne bannyabo, mwebale kujja.
Thank you so much. Your contribution will highly be appreciated.
Thank you. Come on, let's clap for the horticulture team. Just 3 more projects to go, and I hope you do have your pledge cards. Once we are done, I'll just, mobilize to hear what pledges we are giving. It's our first pitch day, and we're enthusiastic and hoping for the best today. But let's put our hands together for Melissa, who is going to come to talk about the community market project. Let's clap for them as they come. Banange energy, the energy is going down. Obugalo.
Thank you. Good morning, esteemed guests. My name is Melissa Numa, and I am a human resource professional. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in human resource management. With me is the chairperson of Nakaseta A and B villages, also a member of my community group. Over the past 6 months, I've been privileged to work with a group of youth, men and women, and I've been able to learn invaluable lessons that I could never have gotten from class. One of the lessons that stands out for me is empathy. Now, how have I understood empathy from CorpsAfrica? Empathy is when you truly connect with someone and you feel how they feel, you step into their shoes, you see life from their perspective. Brethren, this is the reason why I can stand here before you with strength and boldness to speak on behalf of my people, so that even gasophobia cannot put me down. Yeah, so Nakaseta A and B is a community that shines with resilient farmers and traders. They are mostly subsistence farmers. They work so hard, tirelessly hard, but despite their hard work, they end up being paid less than their efforts deserve. They pour their heart and sweat into the land, only to face challenges. You know, the financial constraints that come with subsistence farming that leave them with nothing to show for their hard work. But over these 6 months, we've sat in weekly meetings, we've started up a saving group, opened up a bank account, and it's within these meetings that the community members, these farmers, decided that they should start up a market because they have the goods to sell, they have the farm products to sell and get more money. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine this with us. Imagine a market project with subsistence farmers from Nakaseta A and B confidently able to negotiate prices at market value. This market project will not only diversify income sources, but it will also promote cooperatives among farmers. They will have to collaborate prices, meaning they won't be cheated for their hard work. This project will also enable trainings among farmers. They will learn business skills. They will learn to work together. Most importantly, this project is going to bring the people of Nakaseta A and B together. Let me invite the chairperson to talk on behalf of that project.
Over the new volunteer, naye nasine yanjula buli volunteer ali wano. Nze mwebaza abaana bano ekitongole kyabatendeka. Empisa bw'otunuulira ono ogamba nti oli essomero eryo ddungi. Nyongera okwebaza ekitongole. Mwebale kulowooza ku muntu wa Afrika. Mwebale kulowooza ku muddugavu. Amannya nze Byanjire Leopold. Ndi chairman wa local council. Ndi member mu gurupu Mukama Amala. Volunteer ono gwe nafuna ngenda kulombojja emirimu gy'akoze mu kyalo kyange. Ebyalo biri ebyamukwasibwa. Naye okusinga omulamwa oba yakuba muvubuka omulamwa guli ku bavubuka. Kubanga abavubuka bano be bantu abazibu naye watuusiza okubakuŋŋaanya balina ebintu bye ŋŋenda okulombojja bye batandise okukolako. Yasooka n'okutulimisa emisiri gy'ennyaanya, tetukyagula nnyaanya. Kati zaabeeze nazaagala zigende mu katale. Era olaba tusaba twatandise akatale nga group tumaze kuregisteringa n'owagombola yennyini twamuyita najja n'atukkiriza nti akatale naye kakwongeka abantu akatale kagende mu maaso. Mbadde ku lutimba awo nkalabye era gye tuli tukola. Ekyokubiri, abavubuka bamaze bali ku puroguramu y'amatafaali, balomba amatafaali. Abalala batandise okuyingiza akasente nga basiika amandaazi, emigaati, nga bafuna akasente akabuli lunaku. Tumaze okugulawo akawunti mu Centenary wetukuumira sente zaffe. Bwe tutuuka tutuula buli lwa mukaaga ne tukuŋŋaanya sente, omuwanika n'azitwala ku akawunti. Bwe twagala okukola sente tuzijja ku akawunti ne zitandika emirimu gyaffe. Twatunuulira ffe tuli balimi, ekyalo kyaffe okusinga balimi. Omwana ono yatutuuza n'agamba kiki singa mba nvudde wano ekiri balingi ekiri kyemalifunamu sente. Ne tumugamba so ffe twafaanana ng'abamugezesa, ne tumugamba twagala mmwanyi, naye n'emmwanyi twagala za mutindo. Kimwebaliza yakwatagana n'owagombola omulimisa baamujja wano Masaka, era tumaze okukola nasale bed ya miti 2,000. Kyenyongera okwebaza baofiisa nammwe mwebale kutuwa maanyi. Bwe mujja ne mulambula abaana bano mwattu naffe tuddamu amaanyi, ekyo nkibasiimira. Abaana bano nze nkakasa era nva waggulu mutukkirize era mutukwatireko akatale kaffaako bwe kabeerawo. Abaana bano bajja kufuna emirimu, bajja kusindika ebigaali nga boolabye engoye, ab'amatooke baleete, ab'ennyaanya zijje. Ono ne bwagenda ate kati income mba nkyayagala yaki. Kansabe muddize akazindaalo wesitaanyiza naye atujjukize. Mwebale nnyo.
Chairman, tweyanziza ebigambo ebyo ebirungi. Esteemed guests, please join us as we uplift farmers and traders in Nakaseta A and construct for them a market where they can showcase their products, where they can increase their incomes. Thank you so much. Your contribution is appreciated.
Akatono munsaasire nazze ne sabbuuni ku bintu gurupu byekola, ebintu ebikolebwa emikono mujja kubirabako wano, kubanga mbeera mulimba nti bwemubuuza nti tukola ki naye ebintu mujja kubiraba wano. Mwebale nnyo okutuulira.
Obugale for the market community. Nenga chairman musanyufu nnyo bannange. You can really see chairman is very, very happy with what's going on. Thank you so much, Melissa, for the wonderful work. We have just 2 more projects, and this one is the Youth Bakery Project. So if you're into baking, if you're a sweet tooth like myself, yeah, I'm sure you should be interested maybe in pledging towards this particular project. So let's put our hands together for Atuko. As she comes, Salome,
you're all welcome. Good morning. My name is Salome Atuko, and I'm a human resource practitioner currently serving as a CorpsAfrica volunteer in Jalamba Village, Wama Sub-County, Mpigi District. With me, I have a resilient, hardworking treasurer for our confectionery project. So, upon deployment to serve in Jalamba, I embarked on my integration activities with the community. But in the process, I had a lot of concern about the youth indulging in non-productive activities. So, youth empowerment, community engagement, capacity building being some of the roles we do as volunteers, I took an initiative and started a series of interactions with these youth to see why are they indulged in these non-productive activities. These interactions led into a series of meetings, and from these meetings we're able to discuss income-generating activities we can do as youth to get out of these non-productive acts we do. So the youth came up with different ideas, and one of them that they had interest and passion in was confectionery. So after this, we asked ourselves, how are we going to bring this idea into light? Youth discussed different ways, and one of them was starting a savings scheme. Instead of taking this 500, this 200 we put in playing matatu, playing pool, playing cards, we could save it and start up our confectionery project. So the youth bought the idea, and we were able to start. We started saving, and after collecting a minimum amount, we were able to experiment this idea. Before we invest into it, does it have markets? So upon experimenting it, we realized there was demand for these confectionery products. So we started with mandazi, then we went to daddies, and were able to continue. We continued, and up to now we are producing the daddies, the mandazi, and we have a goal or an aim to expand and establish a large production unit. And from this large production unit, we expect to increase production, and this production will create as many jobs as possible for the youth in our community and the neighboring areas. Then another expectation is to transfer these skills in confectionery to as many youth as possible in our community and throughout Mpigi. And from these skills, the youth are able to carry on and earn some income. So let me take this opportunity to invite the hardworking, resilient treasurer of our group to add on.
Sayinza okubalaba nnyabo ne basebo erinnya balyogedde dda tuva Jalamba tukulaakulanira mu youth group tuli mu bakery tukola daddies tukola amandaazi ag'enjawulo abamu ge mutatestingangako tetukola gano ga bulijjo wabula twafuna skills endala ennyo ezikola erindazi lyolinza okulyako n'otasuubira kuddamu kulya ddala. Ffe abajalamba tubadde tukola amandaazi gaffe bulungi era galina market, naye obuzibu bwe tulina tukozesa mukono. Tujja ne tukanda olunaku lwonna nga tukola tusalaasala tusiika ekitwala obudde obuwanvu ate nga mumanyi tukolera ba youth abaagala okuba nga bateebwa mu budde ne badda ewaka amangu ne batafuna buzibu bwonna on the way. Kati tubadde wano nga tusaba buyambi, twetaaga mixer, twetaaga siira, twetaaga oven tusobole okukola ki okugaziya omulimu gwaffe. Sofa tulina abaana abato be tukola nabo ba youth 22 naye twagala Bajalamba youth abalala nga 10 naye okubafuna twetaaga kubanga tugaziye kuba bwe tunaaba nga tufunye ebintu ebyo tujja kwetaaga abakozi abalala bangi ate bafunemu abavubuka baffe. Tuli wano nga tusaba okutwongerako omutindo nga tukozesa mixer kubejja kuba etabula bulungi ebintu byaffe tutukagane n'omutindo gwe twetaagira ddala. Basebo ne bannyabo twetaaga ba youth abaleme kuva mu masomero olwa school fees, twetaaga ba youth balekerawo okubeera mu bifo ebyokuba matatu ebyokukola emize emibi, twetaaga ba youth b'Jalamba basevinge batuuke ku myaka gye bagamba nti egidevelopinga 4 nga nabo balinawo ke beekoledde. Bwe munaaba mukwasaganyize wamu naffe wamu ne CorpsAfrica eyaleeta volunteer waffe mu kitundu mujja kuba mukoze kwezo ensonga zaffe ze twetaaga ab'Jalamba. Tweyanza.
We call upon you to support the youth, support Jalamba, support the economy of our country, for good and by country.
Let's give it up for the Jalamba youth. I don't know if they brought any samples of those vindas which are special, which once you taste, you will never eat another chindazi again. I don't know if they did or they did. So on the outside, make sure you sample Of course, at your own risk, knowing that you will never eat another chindazi again. You will only look for the Jalamba team, and I'm sure they'll be able to supply. Thank you so much, Atukom and your colleague. We're just going to have a small entertainment interlude, and I'm going to invite Afri Arts just to give us one more piece. Then we shall have our last pitch. And after that, while these guys are doing this piece, hey, pull out your pens and now start filling out those pledges. And let's see what can we do towards this cause. But more than just filling out the pledge is for you to make noise about what CorpsAfrica is doing. I don't know, our influencers, social media, is there a hashtag so that we can post on Twitter, share the stories of what you're finding here? And these very impressive stories, don't you think? Yeah, so we're not just trying to say, things for the sake of it. These guys have been on the ground. It's hardly been 8 months or so, and look at the results that we have so far. So I'll ask Afri Arts just to give us a piece, and then after which we'll have our last speech, which is on piggery, a piggery project by Emmanuel Musenguzi. Let's go.
Samba, 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 samba. Olujegere samba samba, samba samba. Olujegere samba samba, samba samba. Olujegere samba samba, samba samba. Hey. Samba samba, samba samba. Olujegere samba samba, samba samba. Olujegere samba samba, samba samba. Zogede jangu mulabe bwe zogera abengoma bwe zogera zogede jangu mulabe 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 bwe zogera abengoma zogede jangu mulabe bwe zogera zogede jangu mulabe bwe zogera Severa, severa, severa. Enda mogo ezara barungi nabe omwoyo murondo boyagala kukurondora mogo ezara barungi nabe omwoyo murondo boyagala kukurondora enda mogo ezara barungi nabe omwoyo murondo boyagala kukurondora enda mogo ezara barungi nabe omwoyo murondo boyagala kukurondora enda mogo barungi nabe omwoyo murondo boyagala kukurondora enda mogo ezara barungi nabe omwoyo murondo boyagala kukurondora enda mogo ezara barungi nabe omwoyo murondo boyagala kukurondora enda mogo ezara barungi nabe omwoyo murondo boyagala kukurondora.
Wow. Ovugalo. I hope you don't get confused and you write a pledge for the dancers. But feel free to give them a casino after that, because this is true Africanity, African music is being celebrated here today. Ladies and gentlemen, as we start to come to the beginning of the end, we're going to have one more pitch. And this is going to be on Piggery from Emmanuel Musinguzi. So I'll ask Emmanuel and Tim to make their way forward. Even as they come, we didn't acknowledge because she's been very busy behind the scenes, but our Deputy Country Director, Madam Natasha, is also around. And I thought we should, she's making things happen behind the scenes. But for now, our last speech, Musinguzi.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Emmanuel Musinguzi is my name. I'm a professional social worker with a bachelor's degree in social work and social administration, having 5 years experience in community development work. Currently, I'm serving as a CorpsAfrica volunteer in Kawale district, Chigarama village. With me here, I have Mr. Julius, a community member of Chigarama. And we are going to present to you one of the biggest projects, the community-led project, the project that was chosen by the community members, and that is none other than Piggery project. How did this project begin? How did it come about? When I joined CorpsAfrica and I was placed in Chigarama, I started with my one-on-ones. After my one-on-ones, I was able to mobilize 100 community members. That includes men, women, youth, and people with disabilities. Those people gathered within Chigarama village. So through community gatherings, we used what we call mapping, community mapping, whereby using community mapping, we're able to identify resources, assets that are within the community, and how can we use those assets to improve ourselves. We do not stop at that. We also able to identify the major challenge
that is affecting the community members. And that is none other than the biggest challenge of low levels of income. But then we went ahead as a community. We were like, how can we solve this challenge? How can we use available resources to solve this challenge? We used Innovators Campus, whereby we came up with different ideas. But one of the emerging ideas that came out that was very strong, that came out that is, they thought that could solve their issue, it is none other than Pigare project. And that is the reason as to why we are here to look for your support. We have already started on the Pigare project, already implementing it, but we need your support. Without your support, we can't do anything big. I will not talk on behalf of the community members. They have their representative here, and he's going to tell us the reason as to why they were able to choose that Pigare project, and what have they put in place to make sure that if this project is in place, it is going on, it is going to stay for too long. Thank you very much.
Mwebare, amazina ganje ni banyeta turyahebwa Julius, Ninduga Kabale District, Maziba Sub-County, Chigarama Village. Itwe inke gurupu twine ba members abari kwika igana 100 members, men and women. Project yitu eya Pigare project echo kubanza chabyona nitujikunda inke yitu ahabwo kuba netugasira inkabanya Uganda netugasira omumaka gitu tutunge ntasya tubaho. Project yitu eyabantu igana obwa hatiya nitubugana buri rwakana shaha 10 zomwebazo tushuka tuba tugaba siringi 5 kandi obwa hatiya tuguzire empunu 5. Group yitu eyabantu igana tukajidividingamu into small groups. Kandi zo small groups neza abantu 5 obwa hatiya tuguzire empunu 5 twazigabira ba members kandi nibazireberera kurungi kuturi kubugana tucika tutisa emibereho n'imirungi ahabwe ncikwezo tucendereze we decreased domestic violence. Ezimpunu nituzibaga ha Christmas, aha Easter tubaga oguza hokomoka obaga mpunu ya kiro 20 oguza hi 15 kiri 5 zibaga ozirigana abana bawe mubaho kurugi. There is multiple income. Kori kuba notunge mpunu nogobera omu bintu bisatu. Echo kubanza manure netuyamba sutakagira mu bya sente. Manure etuyamba okuhinga ebihimbo kirayimbing beans. Manure etuyamba okuhinga enanasi maziba turya abahinji b'enanasi. Kori kukwata manure y'empunu okagirunda hagati y'enanasi no sharura a very very good hybrid and fresh pineapple. Manure y'empunu kori kujita hagati y'orutoki no muri buri kimera cyona no sharura kurunji. Mbwenu nkita kargita abanyakabare abanyakigezi kori kubatine manure toine kori kubasa kubaho omumaka gitu ahabwe empunu nitubona fizi z'abana nimbone kishoro cyo mukazi abana usanga bariho kurungi kandi turi busy ahabwo kugira ngo titukaza na habara tucenderize no kunywa amarwa ahabwo kubani tubane turebere empunu zitu turi busy no zisoromera obaho kurungi na necho ekibina kitu ahabwo kubugana our mindset change have changed ahabwo kuba ekibina kitu tisha mwaka gumwe tisha myaka 2 tisha myaka 3
purani yitu neye myaka 20 omumisho nabisukuru barya gishanga okuhendera abekitiinisa basebona banyabu banywani bitu batahi bitu nitubashabo mbuyambi mutukwatireho nisuteka ngo hampuni 5 tukongereho tuhisike nkempunu igana at least oshange buri simoro group eyine empunu nanebyo mutuhereze lero mukama bahereza umugisha mwebare munongo
yashemera nerugaro.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are not my words. They are from community members' words. They have a dream, they have a vision, and their vision is to be the best suppliers of meat, not only in Uganda, but also across the board. With your support, this will be possible. Without your support, but we need your support, okay? Yeah, for God and my country.
Kunera bajenyi barire, kunera bajenyi barire. Yakacheka mama, kunera bajenyi barire, kunera bajenyi barire. Yakacheka mama, kunera bajenyi barire, kunera bajenyi. Wow! Afri-talent.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are the Machiga, they really don't even need a microphone. Hey, what? Well, I guess this is testament of the livelihood. Hopefully this is a picture of what's happening even at the grassroots level as the different communities are being empowered. And so ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the beginning of the end, like you know, today was our pitch day, or is our pitch day. But if you're posting on Twitter, that's the hashtag, all right? CorpsAfrica pitch day, okay? And post pictures, post your stories, post what has touched you the most or what has inspired you, okay? But now, take your pens out and get your pledge cards. I'll ask the band just to play us some nice, the kind of music that makes people add extra zeros on their pledge. Yeah, some kind of soft, sweet music. And take some time just to fill out your pledge. It could be a pledge towards a specific project. It could be a pledge that just goes to the general pool for CorpsAfrica. And I have ushers and waiters just moving around. Rita, if I could have support with that. And I'd be happy to read some of the pledges. Of course, put the amount, the project you like to support, if you want to specify. If not, just make it general and write CorpsAfrica there. Collection date and contact details. Working contact details. Don't put a phone number, then when we call, they say longer number. All right? So I'll ask them just to play something, even as we take a minute or two. If you haven't received the pledge, we have a few more going around.
Zenino mwana gwenjagalo, zenino mwana gwenjagalo, zenino mwana gwenasimo.
Once you're done, just raise up and they'll be bringing those.
Zenino mwana gwenjagalo, zenino mwana gwenjagalo, siwa mwana gwenjagalo. Boruzibanga simulabe, olamu tebeyagalo.
Remember the honey boys want $5,000 minimum.
Boruzibanga simulabe, olamu tebeyagalo. Boruzibanga simulabe, olamu tebeyagalo. Harururu, hey, harururu, yeah. Zenino mwana gwenasimo, boruzibanga simulabe, olamu tebeyagalo.
You can pledge as an individual, but you can also pledge as your organization. Once you're done writing, please raise your hand and We'd like to receive some of those so we can acknowledge them. So that perhaps we'll be doing some mathematics behind the scenes, and by the time we're leaving, we can maybe, for accountability's sake, announce how much we have received in pledges so far. Thank you.
Njabara tori sanza muko njabara njabara tori sanza muko njabara 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 yo njabara 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 tori sanza muko abakazi bari mabatia.
Let's collect those pledges as companies, as individuals. You can call back to the office, get approval.
Jabara, 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 tori sanzo muko. Jabara, 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 sanzo muko. Jabara, 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 tori sanzo muko. Iya bakasi bali mabati. Jabara, sanzo muko.
Please, let's collect those pledges.
Jabara, jabara. Jabara tori sanzo muko jabara 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 han jabara tori sanzo muko ye kasibari mabati ye tori sanzo ye bari mateba wala jabara sanzo muko ye jabara 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 sanzo muko jabara 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 tori sanzo muko jabara 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 sanzo muko jabara 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 tori sanzo muko jabara.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pledges are still coming in. I'll be reading a few of them. I see Engineer Andrew Otuba from Sinok, 1 million shillings. Ovagalo. I see, I think this is George Kahimura, 500,000 shillings. Thank you so much. And these are going to the general pool. I see another Gerald handwriting here from Center for Climate. With 500,000 shillings also going to Piggery. Piggery, yeah, I can see, yeah, and they are there clapping. Just keep the pledges coming, keep those pledges coming. I'll be reading a few. 3PI, 100,000 shillings. Nampera Harriet, Senior Community Development Officer, MPG, 100,000 shillings. Thank you so much. Sentongo Ivan making an individual contribution towards bakery, and yeah, towards bakery, and I think he's saying he wants to test that Lindazi. Sentongo clarify, I don't know if this is 50,000 or 500,000. I need clarity on that, so thank you so much. Isma from Islamic Foundation, 100,000 towards the briquettes. I see a Claudia here with a 200,000, and it's going to Saku Godfrey's project. Congratulations, thank you so much. I see Rima from Standard Chartered Bank, 200,000 going towards the briquettes. Someone making a pledge and fulfilling it in cash. This is from Mbabazi Happy, going towards Piggery. Collection date now. It has come in cash, and I'll hand over to the team there for accountability. Keep those pledges coming, keep them coming. And Agile Betty from Country Collection with 20,000. Thank you so much. For the horticulture group, Horticulture group was led by who? Maria for your horticulture group. This team of MK Youth Initiative pledged to plant 1 acre of cashew nuts for as long as CorpsAfrica is interested, all right? So if you identify the land for us, the MK group is going to plant a whole acre of cashew nuts to support your project. So wherever you are, the horticulture group, you might want to go and give some hugs to the MK team over there. Thank you so much. Keep coming. You have Ayeva Rita here, 50K cash for the briquette team. Thank you so much. Kauma Harriet there, 50,000 towards the briquettes. You have Augustine Seron, JPF Farm Gayaza, 150,000 towards piggery in Kabale. I don't know how many piglets those can buy. Morgan, I think it's Morgan Pauline, 100,000 towards bakery. Thank you so much. Robert Chibaya, 30,000 towards soap making. Thank you so much. All right, and I'll be reading these ones. Please keep them coming. To Singwira Claire from Clarish Beauty Lounge, 100,000 towards the briquettes. Harriet here, who has also paid 50K for horticulture. I have a Patience, I think it is K from TAS, 100,000 towards bar soap. Thank you. Keep them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming. Thank you very much. 200,000 from National Youth Council, Melissa Emmanuel, 200,000. Thank you so much. Tashovia Marvin from 50,000. I think that's an individual one. You have Sawedia Chayune, DCDO, Liantonde, 100,000 for the market team. Tracy Ankunda with 50,000 for piggery. You have Doctor, all right, he's a doctor. He has written like a doctor. I see cash 100,000 from the Rocheche, I don't know, Rocheche, I think, yes. Thank you so much, technical project. All right, I think they'll be giving support in vet and public health projects as well, and they pledge technical support. So veterinary referrals are going to be coming through from this one. Thank you so much. Seraido Rosette, 100,000 towards the slum youth rehabilitation. All right, Niger Francis, labor officer with 50,000 going to the pool. I'm sure there's more that are going to be coming. Maybe you want to keep yours anonymous and you don't want to speak right now. But our goal today, number one, has been to make some noise about what's happening at CorpsAfrica. And you've seen the wonderful stories. Wonderful. Can we clap for our facilitators one more time? The ones doing piggery, stand up one more time, piggery. Thank you so much, Singuzi. We are the people of the Vindazi, which once you eat, your life will never be the same again. Tuko, thank you so much. Where is the market project? Melissa and Tim, thank you so much. You guys have got an acre that will be planted as long as you identify the land. Noah Manya with your honey. Where is Noah Manya? Is at the back. He's hoping for a minimum of $5,000. So as you go back to your offices, you may plead his case. Ashraf with the briquettes. Where is Ashraf and team? Thank you so much, Ashraf. And we also have Saku, who was talking about Basop, Saku and crew. Thank you so much. But ladies and gentlemen, that was just a sample. In the book, you can see there's over 17 different projects with what our volunteers are doing on the ground. And so the cause is still great. It's time for Africa and Uganda to embrace our own challenges and bring solutions to them, all right? So keep those pledges coming. There's a few more here. Sanyu Center for Arts and Rights, 100,000 shillings towards briquettes. And they also give another 100,000 shillings towards the bus stop. You have Mutasi Aisha here. She says she's a parent and she gives 100,000 towards, I think it's poultry. Thank you very, 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 very much. Like we have said, we'll, if you have any questions, any inquiries, I'll ask perhaps our team. We have our PR, we have our Deputy Country Director, Natasha at the back. She can just wave. If you have any concerns, any queries, you can see her. If you want to write a check, maybe you want account details, or you came with a Visa card, you want to swipe, you want a Momo number, we shall receive everything. There is no kwasa, all right? But we want to say a big thank you. And as we get ready to bring this to a close, just to advise you, we have lunch for all of us. It would be nice for us to share a meal together. I'll ask Afriats to give us their final piece, maybe from there. And then, I don't know if I'll invite our country director just to officially close, and we shall bless our food and go and enjoy it together. All right? I see here a Wilfred Senyange with 100,000 shillings for horticulture. We have Beyond, I think it's Beyond Creativity, 100,000 going towards Impulu. Mwevade Munonga. Yeah, please keep them coming. Afriats, give us the last piece, and then I'll invite our country director to officially see us off. But another way to support, on your way out, we have actual items from the communities, like Mzee Chairman Gawe Yatugambye. They have some products there, sabuni, vichi. Let's support, let's buy the products and support the local communities. Thank you. Afriats.
Joko leader, Koni Koko Yon, Yon Malole, Joko leader, Koni Koko Yon, Yon Malole, Joko leader, Koni Koko Yon, Yon Kiboka. Yasemera nerugarwa gasa enyanji yakuse yasemera omaras yasemera nerugarwa gasa enyanji yakuse atunonde bakunche mahonzi ati yamhanga kankora chawa enyanji yakuse yasemera nerugarwa gasa enyanji yakuse yasemera nerugarwa gasa enyanji yakuse yasemera nerugarwa gasa enyanji yakuse ati yasemera nerugarwa gasa enyanji yakuse ati nonde bakunche mahonzi inyamhanga kankora chawa enyanji yakuse yasemera nerugarwa gasa enyanji yakuse ibobo ngabwa ainono kenyonyozi nyamukisha mukisha woro je rukira ryona abe nimwe ibobo ngabwa ibobo ngabwa ainono ni bahora ainono kenyonyozi nyamukisha mukisha woro je rukira ryona abe nimwe Hazamutahunga tubasare tahunga bisumwe abimare mugongo tahunga umura tahunga tubasare tahunga bengoma tahunga umura tahunga yokunira abajenyi barire kunira abajenyi barire ikace mama jenyi barire yokunira abajenyabo kunira abajenyi barire ikace mama jenyi barire yokunira abajenyabo n'abajenyi barire mpora mama abajenyi barire yokunira abajenyabo kunira abajenyi barire ikace mama jenyi barire yokunira abajenyabo kunira abajenyi barire mpora mama abajenyi barire yokunira abajenyabo kunira abajenyi barire owitunika bare n'abajenyi barire omushozi nyamwe kunira abajenyi barire joreba karijitoke manzi joreba karijito bakarijitoke joreba karijito inono
abachiga
owituka bare bakarijitoke joreba karijito inono bakarijito joreba karijito
Check. Mic check. 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 Mic check. Check. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I think I've made noise and I've cut off the mics. But allow me just invite the country director to come and give us the final closing remarks. And then I'll ask for guidance on the plan for lunch. Maybe someone will come and guide us on that. But we have from Tivan Consults 100,000 shillings. Right, Ready Find International 100,000 shillings. And from
System that, thank you, that eventually molds them into that we are likely to work with. Otherwise, I thank you so much for your contributions. There is nothing small towards community development. You may hear of 50, 100, 10, but that is a lot to a local community member. They can do a lot with it, especially with the kind of approaches we use. Because we try to use the assets that are within the community, and the little we cannot get, we look for it. 10,000, 5,000 can buy a kilo of seedlings, let's say, of beans, and that is going to plant almost a garden big this room, and what you get out, it's more than 10,000 or 5,000. So let us support our communities, let's support our youth, let's promote African philanthropy, and yeah, why not? We can. Thank you so much. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day, being a Saturday, a Friday. We're going to have our lunch. After lunch, then other programs can continue. And next time, we are not going to, we shall give you more time to prepare, not to tell you today and tomorrow you have to come and attend, isn't it? It has been because of that we have to give these good boys and girls, these good women and men, the future to go and try out. So that's why we had to bring it together. We are not expecting, by the way, I'm surprised, we are not expecting to fill this place. I've always told my staff, I don't want to hear anything. We have paid for food. If people don't come, make sure you eat the food for 100 people. That will be your package. I don't want to see you eat the food and then you go backward home. It will have been nice doing business with you. Team, I have to congratulate you. You have proved that we can do better than this. So, at least we are going to share the food with others, but you are going to have it alone. Our volunteers, you are our heroes. I cannot go without thanking you. All of you better stand, or you come here. All volunteers, wherever you are. My sons and daughters, come here and wave to our people. I want to tell you that what you have seen here is nothing than what you can find down there in the community. So what they can do is more than what you have seen here. It's because the time we are given or the time we have, we cannot display each and everything. So girls and boys, men and women, thank you so much. Congratulations, we made it. We started in October. Our faces were not like this. We are not grown like this, but now we are mature people, facing people without sweating, this Michigan man. So this is the team. These are the boys and girls. Most of them are fresh graduates, apart from others, but the big number. In fact, they just graduated, is it last year or early this year? Last year, after they had already come to serve as volunteers. But I want to tell you the experience, the knowledge and skills, the knowledge they have about the country is more than what some of us have that have been in offices, government offices, or anywhere for the last 10 years. That one I can testify. I can pledge my life to it. These ones, they know each and everything that takes place in this country more than we do, because they live with that common man down there. All the programs the government takes there, they know how they're implemented, how they are put into practice and all that, what works, what doesn't work. These guys know because they are always with those community members. They are part of them. Wherever they are, when you are moving there, please call me and tell me I'm in Jalamba. Can I have the contacts of the volunteer? And I visit him or her. You will see what they do and you will be surprised. Don't see them here smart, but when you go down there, they are full of mud, they are full of what? Because we do all the kind of dirty, funny things that are there to make sure that our community members there, they have a smile on their face. It's not all about us, it's all about serving others, serving people with dignity, giving back to the community, and giving power to the community members to know that, yeah, I can work hard and put food on the paper, hence mindset change. With that, I thank my volunteers, staff. You can go back and enjoy. Make sure you eat. This is Hotel Africana's food. Look at him. Okay, you go and enjoy. Lastly, you have seen a lot of decorations around the hall, and those of you watch our national TV, those who are nationalistic and patriotic like the way I am. We have UBC everywhere. It's not MTN that everywhere you go, but with CorpsAfrica, everywhere you go, you're going to find UBC. They are our media pattern. I have to thank you so much. What you did for us and what you are yet to do, we cannot quantify it in terms of money. Thank you so much for being there, for supporting us, for allowing us to use your stations, radios, TVs. We enter as if we own them anytime, in and out, and we are not paying anything. Thank you so much. UBC, the team that is here, the leadership that is here, thank you so much. So, thank you all. Let's enjoy our lunch. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Raymond. And can we just clap also for the behind-the-scenes team that has made today possible? Sylvia in comms, Tanya at the back there, Rita, and all the other people behind the scenes, Angela, who have worked tirelessly to make this happen. Lord, we thank you for the food we're about to have. We pray that you will bless it to bring nourishment to our bodies. And we thank you for all the projects, those that have been showcased and those that haven't. We pray for your hand to be there, that you'll open doors of provision. Thank you for all those who have pledged. We pray that you'll empower them to be able to fulfill their pledges, and that you'll also bless them from where they have removed those resources. We thank you. In Jesus' name we pray, and everyone saying amen. But Tanya, our PR, has some PR announcements.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tanya Nkunda Kwizera. I welcome you all to Pitch Day and to CorpsAfrica family. I would love to thank Rosette and your group. Thank you for the job well done. I greatly appreciate you guys. From the beginning, I've stressed you. I've done everything in group complaint, but you stood by me and did the work. Thank you so much. Mr. Wilfred and team, UBC team, I don't know how to thank you, but I know the Lord is going to bless you on our behalf, and I pray that our partnership grows bigger as we go on in this Uganda, and as we continue to promote our community members, youth, and also the organization at large. To our dear volunteers, the first cohort, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for allowing me to walk you through this journey. Thank you so much, Sylvia, my boss, Raymond, Natasha, Marvin, Roland, and Ruth. Who else have I left? Azura. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate. To our esteemed guests, please enjoy the afternoon. Connect. Let's share numbers. Let's get to know one another. You never know where this world is going to take us. Thank you so much. Have a lovely afternoon.
All right. Some of you are wondering, can she talk? You know, we kept playing her video and she was just... But now you have heard her voice, okay? We just had to bring her so that people don't think she couldn't talk. So thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, lunch is served. We'll go straight outside. A buffet has been prepared for us. I think you will receive...
And also to you, the MC, well done. We have suffered with you. You suffered with us. Thank you so much. To the dance troupe, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Tell Africana, we really appreciate the services. Thank you for organizing with us. Thank you for being with us through the whole night. Thank you very much.
All right, so on your way out, I'm sure you'll receive a coupon or something. Remember, there's merchandise out there. Our volunteers are here if you want to buy a mpunu or a chindazi or support the horticulture. Please talk to the people and get the answers for yourselves. AfriTalent, why don't you send us out to Gendetudie? Which will allow the food to go down properly. And then you join us.